Okay, there we go. This. Please. Ah, whenever it snows, my allergies get worse. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, they got rid of the little like sounds in here. Fake sounds. In the HD version, which is unfortunate. It adds a lot of character to the track. Alright, let's get ourselves in gear here. So just grab it for a change. Alright, so yeah. It is the Monday again, and it is time for some Wind Waker. Last time we collected most of the shards for the Triforce, and went around collecting more heart pieces, and basically just doing side quests. We finished our obligation to do slide puzzles, you know, fun stuff like that. Oh, we can go grab that chest now. Having an eat piece of candy moment. But yeah, we finished the Earth Dungeon, I believe, or we did that already, and we just did the Dungeon 2, or the Wind Dungeon, I should say. We finished up Tingle. Let's see. We're around doing some treasure charting at this point if we want. And we're missing... the one in the upper right. So, that's all we're missing, and then we can go beat the video game if we desire. Kinda wanna futz around a little bit. We did the Eco Tree, we did a couple other things, but yeah, I think we have a bunch of charts we can chew through. So I think we should go do that. Alright, so yeah, I want to chew through some more treasure charts, and then I will get the last thing up here at Overlook Island, and then I guess we'll worry about beating the game. Hey, Tama. Let's see. Doesn't take that much time any differently from here. So yeah, I don't have a ton of video game left, but I do want to try and grab at least a couple more heart pieces. Like, I'm not too worried about 100%ing the game or anything, but I do want at least a little bit more health, if we can help it. And there we go, I did it right at least once on stream. You jumped the shark, literally. Very dedicated shark. Yeah, first try. 6 hearts worth missing. Surely there's a chunk out there that doesn't take 16 sliding block puzzles to get. Yeah, that was a misremember on my part. Speaking of. I forget, this is the funny guy. Was there anything I missed from you? No, I have, like, a ton of cash. I have disposable income that I don't need to spend on anything else. Nope, you just have generic stuff at this point. Okay. Actually, wait. Do you... I forget what the coupon does. For a surprise. What's this? Why would I know what to do that? I'm not Beetle or whatever his name is. Don't show that to me. Okay, bud. Sure. Alright. Yeah, there are a bunch of heart pieces tied to doing all of this. I could probably look them up to trim that down, but... Also, I will be running, if we have time tonight, I'll be running something a little bit experimental for stream, for our back half here. So, if things are a little bit strange, I apologize. Mostly it's just going to be, audio. I can't get my microphone too much closer than it is at this point. And I'm going to have to back up from my seat to do the thing. I'm gonna give you some guesses as to what's going on. Okay. We've got a list here. Alright, so... we just did 4. Did 2. Four and 5. We'll go for the... Alright. 4 would be... not this one. Well, that's looking like where 4 is, so... and I think we can just teleport us straight to that one, actually. Some people got a lot of snow. We got... we ended up with a... sorry, I like coffee tonight. Here we ended up with, basically it rained and then snowed, so we have, like, a sheet of ice under everything. And fortunately, but we didn't get that much snow. It came down real heavy for, like, 2 hours and then, like, stopped. I don't know if it's picked up back again since then, but, you know. We got, like... we got, like 2 or 3 inches? It wasn't much. The biggest problem is that we ended up with a big pile of, ended up as slush. So it's kind of slippery out there. Right. And... yeah. That ain't it. There it is. Alright, east tower. I know Doc got a bunch of snow. Feel bad for him on that one. Yeah, we were basically done around like noon. So alright, where you at? I went to charity stream, I ended up with like missing one heart piece. I had like 99.9% completed the game on charity stream because I spent like 6 hours just waiting for people to materialize before I finished it. Alright, we have 11. $115. Have 19. 20. $31. Alright, last Pauperant Island is here. So, what's the Dragon Roost? Instead of combing through these and picking up a 200 rupees. Don't need the 4,000 rupees at this point. Yeah, I am planning on doing it this year. I do want to do charity stream this year. I have an idea in mind. Because I know for a fact that there is something I can do as like a charity incentive that is hilariously terrible. It's one of those mutually assured destruction moments. It is a thing that I actually really want to stream right now, actually, but I think it would be interesting to. I think it would make an interesting stream for like charity because it's about the right length to do the whole thing. That was only slightly off. So I haven't figured out exactly what's going to be the triples. What will be the 666 like cursed game incentive? Big enough. At the bottom. I have an idea. I'm open to suggestions, but I do have an idea in mind. The notably bad, or at least very mediocre, but kind of bad, Sega Saturn RPG, Air's Adventure, got translated recently this year, or last year. I was like, oh, that sounds like that could be entertaining. But not definitive yet. I haven't entirely made the decision yet. Doesn't look like great fish. Oh, there it is. Forest Haven. Little squiggly circle. Yeah, okay. It's easy to work too. Alright. There it is. There we go. Here's the Sega Saturn RPGs. Like, isn't that Phantasy Star? Phantasy Star is... I've beaten the original Phantasy Star, and that is actually not even on the Sega Genesis. It's on the Sega Master System. That's... Yeah, that's how old that is. Phantasy Star 2 is alright. 2 and 4. I don't know much about 3, actually. The original Phantasy Star is a game that I would struggle to find interesting to stream, because it's not like... It's not straightforwardly bad, it's bad in like... just like dated ways, and also in the way it strings together. Because like, the original Phantasy Star is... I'm not even making this up, this is a sequence of events that happens. Is that you go from your home planet to a desert planet so that you can talk to the mayor of a town, so that you can get information about the evil empire, and you can't meet the mayor, but he'll see you if you deliver him a cake, and the cake is back on the first planet at the bottom of a dungeon that somebody mentions offhand that you won't know unless you've talked to like every NPC, and one offhandedly tells you that there's a bakery at the bottom of the dungeon. So you have to get to the bottom of the dungeon, you fight a horde of skeletons, and then you get into the bakery at the bottom of the dungeon, and he'll sell you the cake for $500. But he doesn't actually take it for $500, but you need the $500 to buy the cake. But he doesn't actually take 500, he takes 50. And then you have to take the cake to the mayor, who will write you a letter so that you can talk to a wizard so he'll join your party after you meet him in the wormhole. And by wormhole, I mean literally like dune desert wormhole, like a giant hole with a worm in it. I would also like to mention that this is the first dungeon where the game goes completely like from like it has the old-timey video game problem of being my problem isn't about the money. The money's whatever at that point. You're gonna make most of that money just getting into the bottom of the dungeon and having like 3 burgers on hand. Because you're going to spend so much fucking time in that dungeon. Because the problem with the dungeon is that it's the early era, we can only texture the walls and ceilings and floors with one color, and all you get is like some lines to indicate where you're at. So they start introducing like pitfall traps that drop you around all the thing, and you have no discernible way to tell whether there's a pitfall there or not. And there's no map, and you have nothing to work with, and it's the most unreadable shit. Welcome to the one color block zone, because at least Dragon Quest is top down, so you can see the things happening around you. Oh. So it's this Ultima style like first person dungeon crawler, but you can't see shit. And you're doing all of this to get a cake at the bottom of the like 4th floor, but you're constantly going up and down because of the fucking pitfalls in every goddamn corner. So the whole map is insufferable, and the rest of the game has adopted this philosophy going forward. It's terrible. I've beaten Phantasy Star 1 once because I was like curious about the game, and that was, oh my god. Like it doesn't, it's like the bad part of Breath of Fire 3, but like not as charming or interesting, and you only know where to go by like smearing your greasy face across every NPC's face until somebody tells you the thing that you're supposed to have just arbitrarily written down as knowledge that is supposed to mean something. Like, the statement, the best baker on the planet is at the bottom of the skeleton dungeon, is a piece of information I made note of because it's so fucking stupid. Who would say that? Who would say that? That's not natural dialogue. That's what someone tells you because they're a person in the world. They tell you that because you need to know the bakery's at the bottom of the skeleton dungeon. Oh god, it's that. Like I can describe the game in a way that's more interesting than actually playing Phantasy Star. At least I've heard like Air's Adventure is dumb, like just dumb all the way, like from like visual style to gameplay to is just dumb all the way through. Whereas like Phantasy Star is a competent if boring RPG that's just insane. Like in a sense, I don't regret having played it because like I can at least explain the cake dungeon to somebody, and like you can understand my delirium in trying to explain it. It's not like, you know, a complete an utter sense of madness and delirium being invoked. Like, you can understand why I feel the way I do. Alright. So that's pretty much all the ones we can get. I think we're missing, like, 3 heart pieces from this. I haven't done, like, every island's funny trick yet, but that's fine. I would be, at this point, belaboring the game, trying to hunt down every little thing. Yeah, if the game was just that weird insanity and the, like, bad dungeon design, I would probably consider that for, like, first game stream, but it's just kind of, like, middling. Like, I don't mind a game being, like, unempowered. Hey, it's fine that Alyssa's just, like, some girl that picked up a sword to avenge her dead brother. Like, that's fine. Like, it doesn't need to be an action hero, whatever. You can make the initial part of the game grindy, but it's just the whole game is like that. It doesn't really ever step up in complexity, really. Like, getting magic barely matters. The only magic that matters is heal, basically. Because by the time you get to the level, like, by the time you get to a level point in Phantasy Star 1 where, like, you start getting all of the best spells in the game, spells do fixed damage with, like, very tiny modulation for, your stats. So you end up with this fundamental problem where the wizard is now doing more damage with their physical attack than they are with any of their spells. And it is extremely a game where you just kind of have to be this level to complete the thing. Not the same level as character writing is 50% of playable Fire Emblem characters, especially the early ones. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Hey, at least in some modicum of Fire Emblem's defense, they did at least... Well, and you know what, Phantasy Star 1 has had a remake since then. So, I haven't played the remake, I played the original ones. Like, again, I'm not particularly, like, criticizing the game's distinct, like, character writing or whatever. I'm speaking more of as a mechanical consideration. Like, I'm okay with, like, Breath of Fire 3, again, it was a previously invoked example. Breath of Fire 3 suffers from the fact that you play as, like, a 10-year-old. The game treats you like you're playing a 10-year-old. And this information is, in of itself, fine, except for the part where you start to get further into it and the game's kind of statistically stuck you with another child, so everyone's stats are terrible. And you end up having to lean on the better characters to do things. There's like multiple things. Alright. So, like, that's, again, as I said, it's fine that, like, Alyssa or whatever sucks. It's fine that Ross sucks. It's fine that, you know, a character is weak. And it's okay for the story to start out that way, etc., etc. But at a certain point, you do have to, like... You have to evolve the game past... Like... You know, even the wizard's best move is physical attack. we need to step up a little bit. Which is kind of one of the problems with, like, early Dragon Quest games, but at least with early Dragon Quest games. Like, Dragon Quest is the kind of game you can, like, turn your brain off and just enjoy, like, going through the places and seeing all the silly things that happen. Whereas Phantasy Star doesn't really have that. At least the first one doesn't. Yep. There we go. I'm a little tired of being harangued by bats. Alright. But yeah, if Phantasy Star 1 was more just like silly or a little more mindless about the way you could actually like navigate and play the game, I think it would be a little more interesting, but yeah, as it is, I'm not sure it's the funnest thing to stream, and I don't really want to do it. I can just be honest on that one. I have a tool to do this. I should just use it. Walk and chew gum at the same time. You guys are being really annoying here. There we go. Oof, finally. I would say I'm moderately curious to see if the remakes are interesting. You guys are pushing each other out of the way. You can't throw the thing if you're just gonna shove each other out of the way. Go. Combat trial. This one's a little bit spookier because there's 4 of them this time. Okay. still got the belt. I actually like landing the jump attacks this time. Which is shocking the shit out of me, because that was consistently failing on stream. Alright. This should be the last Triforce piece. I know we're missing a couple like specialized charts that I never went back for. There's a couple that tell you where like some of the missing heart pieces are. There's one that tells you where all the... I think this is one that tells you where the generic like pick up salvage parts are. So where you can pick up the hidden treasure in the ocean. I think there's a map that checks those off. There's a couple odds and ends ones I didn't really need. Leave that. Yep. Have a whole shard. We have completed the triumphant fork. Save. I'm still waiting on this bottle to expire. But I can go fill it with something else. Go get some blue potion. Oh, good, it doesn't come together until we talk to him. There we go. Well done. With the shards you've collected, the Triforce of Courage is now complete at last. Let's make for Hyrule quickly. Alright, we'll make for Hyrule in a few. Let's see. How many... Nine. I don't... We needed, what, 10 or something? I do know where we're guaranteed to get potion. I'm also mainly taking this particular route for this because, well, it's gonna take me 2 minutes to get up there. Yeah, we've basically made a whole blue potion back already. Just by climbing our way up here. This is a good time of day for this though. We like landing here. I mean, it's free blue potions. If I don't have to spend the cash, I won't. Alright. I have a minute. You go. Alright. Here you go. Blue potion. Keep it in your bottle until you need it. Come see me again after you gather more seeds. I'll be waiting. Anyway, so, anything new and exciting going on while I wait for this bottle to finish, dewarming itself. Coolinating itself. It's unfortunately not donation season yet. Yeah, I've been replaying, well, sort of replaying Asterisk, Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Oh, there we go. There's a sign that the water is done. It's no longer infinite. There we go. Because yeah, I beat Cyber Sleuth, and then I never got around to playing the Hacker's Memory. Which I guess is probably for the better, because, like, it's not bad, or, you know, it's just, it's an entire second campaign. It's more than I was expecting it to be. Even if it's probably just a slightly more slimmed down version. It cuts out most of the, like, walk around, go to place. I mean, kinda, yeah. It's kinda Soul Hackers, yeah. Makes sense. But yeah, the Hacker's Memory section, it's a whole second campaign. It's a full, like, 20 chapter thing, apparently. So I was like, oh, well, you know what? I could do something like that. I could go for another monster breeder again. Something along those lines. And it's been a good time coming back to it, especially because I know how some of the weird mechanics work. Because there is some stuff in there, like, if you don't know it, it's weirdly impenetrable. You just have, like, no idea what... Yeah, the game does almost nothing to convey what ABI is. Which is your ability score. And your ability score is tied exclusively to how many times you have digivolved your Digimon. How many times have you changed it into something else? And you exclusively get more ABI by going backwards? So by de-evolving, you get more ABI. And also the amount of ABI you get is dependent on the level that you do when you decide to go forward or backward. Camaraderie is like one of the more straightforward ones. But yeah, like the game, oh boy, it can get kind of rough because there's a handful of Digimon in that game that want you to have an ABI score of 80 on a particular Digimon, and that's a bit whack. That is, I think like the stat cap for ABI is 200, which is similar to Tame in the original Dragon Warrior Monsters, but I'll put it this way, I get 20 is what you need to get most, like, endgame Digimon. You need, like, 20. And then there's a handful that want 80, and it's like, that's a lot of re-leveling for not much. Alright, so we got Grandma Soup, 2 blue potions, we got a fairy in case we fuck up. Alright, so we have fuck up protection, we have all of the core items, we have all of the core upgrades. We're just missing some health at this point and a few parts. But I have otherwise done all of the main side quests. So we got, yeah, 16 hearts. And all of the meaningful upgrades. Feeling pretty comfortable about going to endgame. Apparently the like non-PS3 version, the complete version, pretty much. The like complete version of the game that has both of the ones combined. It's the DLC plus the DLC. It's the full release version. They added DNA Digivolution to the game. So now that there's a bunch of stuff that requires you to do like have 2 Digimon that have 100% cam, and it's like, okay, this is a silly requirement at this point. Like, the cam requirement did not need to be 100%, but here we are. Cam is your friendship, basically. So I currently have Dino Beamon, who you can get instead of Paildramon. Or Paildramon. Who, if you've seen the anime, is the combination of XVmon and Stingmon. I have not seen the actual Digimon show in forever. Like, I picked up out of nostalgia. I am kind of curious about Time Strangers, though. Oh, what's this? There on your hand. Triforce. Peace now dwells within you. It is the Triforce of Courage, proof that you are indeed the true hero. You have controlled the wind and crossed the seas, and here, near the end of your quest, the power of the gods is bestowed upon you. Surely, from this moment on, you shall be known as the hero of winds. It's me, I am the hero of winds. Go, to Hyrule, the Zelda side. We'll show the weird slice of cheese you made to the gods. Like, it's not even a full square, it's just like... It's like half a square, it's a triangle. Not even showing them the whole thing. Oh, bye. You have deceived yourself. Did you think you'd be safe inside the castle? Foolish. Now that my power has been restored, there is no safe haven for you. I have taken your precious Zelda. And here you shall slumber into eternal... fall into eternal slumber. Oh, hi. Yep. Yeah, I do like that you have to tear up the tape. That is fun. A little bit of visual detail you're not gonna potentially even notice, but it's fun. Too close. That is funny to me. The fact that I actually made it work. The flame wall's kind of being a bit of a buzzkill here. Alright, we're fine. Well, this plan seems to have gone poorly. Thus, the barrier is gone. Yeah, it took them like 14 years to figure out how to like skip through that, if I recall. Like, it was wild time. It was fairly recent. Yeah, that was the big thing people needed to figure out in order to speed up the speedrun. I don't think I really need to bother much about collecting all this gold at this point. Well, you got some cool armor. Nice dark red. Yeah, it's my sword now. We can get them to put hookshot targets for us to, you know, grapple onto. Right there. Ganon's Tower. Alright, into here we go. Alright. Welcome to the Wind Temple. Nice. Alright. We can get crossed here with that. Nice. There. No, I just had to dodge it. Okay. Still getting better with it. It's been a boss door. I don't know what's behind here. Welcome to the memory zone. Slightly off versions. Right, like unequipped only items. Yep. Whack. somehow dodge that by not trying to. Alright. Somehow I had no problems with it last time, and this time I just keep stumbling on them. It just doesn't want to pop on. There we go. Yeah, I do like the sort of like memory version of it, where it's like slightly more discordant sounding. Maybe the Earth Temple, we're doing these kind of in reverse order. A little fairy in there, but it's fine. I see what you... Okay. Okay. There we go. Thing. I'm gonna try and get it kind of part way, because it gives us time. For the better. Good enough. Bye. Alright. Like, this one works really well for being a bit off. Like, Jaw theme just... it's all in on the goof. That's fine. Ugh. He has like damage thresholds. Alright, bud. like right there. So good. Like the fact that you can interrupt all of his moves. Makes him kind of trivial once you know what you're doing with him. Go. Lord Ghost slain? Ghost busted, if you will. Alright. I guess if I'm doing reverse order, then that would be this room. It says volume on it, so... Alright. Oh, I see. Alright. It'd be okay, in theory. In theory, we're fine. We're good. I enjoy the, like, invited out, like, into the hallway, though. That is a good visual. Okay. Tell them you guys don't give me all the extra tools to play around with here. Alright. You give me the Master Sword, which is all the damage. Means you can one-cycle this fucker. Like, Jawhala and Mulgara are designed to round the damage already. These two, not so much. Need. Like, shuffled forward slightly. Might be able to shoot murder. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. I get there eventually. Gonna be a lot of ass on fire, 'cause somehow this is like the most difficult in the set. Alright. Alright. Get my set on fire, and we'll be good. In theory. Like slightly low. It's like a sweet spot you gotta hit here to get all the way up. Great. And feel confident. Like there's a, you gotta kind of niggle it a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to take a dunk in the lava because, well, you know, having to restart the whole thing. Or is it, I have to come, like... I'll just do that instead. The brain pan works very occasionally. As well recover that half a heart I lost. I still love large bug monster, which is one of those things I actually really enjoy about Digimon, because like half of the Digimon are just like dragons and insects. Love a good bug design. I think Ganondorf remember putting Baloo in here. Alright. Good. Yeah, again, it took like 4 hits there. Hog. Angry hog. disintegrates door. They're being thorough. Yeah, this isn't the final ascent, so I don't have to worry about things here. Ooh, do want the arrows, at the very least. Yeah, here we are. Alright, so welcome to the meat of this place. There. After... what was it, 12? No, it was after like 23 hours of streaming, this broke my brain. I remember this being a distinct problem. I was like meandering forever trying to find this fucking room, and then completely blanked on what I was actually supposed to do in here and didn't notice the switches up top. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do here. Never mind. Very obvious. Menu. Game consider Mulgara first. But okay. In fact, I do seem to be forgetting something here. I need to activate something first. Here we are. Had to observe this first. Okay. Remember this room? Yeah, I know. You. Alright. Worm, bug, ghost plant. You just tell. I don't remember the GameCube version doing this to you. Like, alright, just show me the order like I'm a complete idiot. You know, I forgot from, like, the room over. Yeah. That I could revisit to look at. I see. So this is the portal through which Ganon was able to seep into the unsuspecting world above. We shall make use of the path that Ganon created for himself. If there's anything you need from the world above, you can climb in here. Okay. We may now go through the portal of darkness if we desire. But I do not desire that. What's that? Sword hilts of my servants who lurk deep in the darkness shall be pointed and guideposts point to me. Alright. Someone on the dev team really wanted you to see the lamps. She worked really hard on those shapes and I felt so bad. Yeah, fair enough. Go that way. No, I do not wish to return. Activated the thing. Isn't supposed to be completing that, so what on the docks the thing? Is it gonna make me like go up and then come back? No, okay. I just had to jump into the pit, gotcha. Okay. Brain's been mushed, it's fine. I only did this last year, it's fine, I should be doing this better. Anyway, we know which room we have to go to because the sword points in which way you're supposed to go. You do get to carry the big sword though. It's fun. Don't have to do anything fun with it, but you get to use it. Oh, hi. Right. Go over here. sorry, bud. I've done this too many times. Alright. Go this way. And into a spookier, darker room. Do all the micro missiles, and then they all just converge on one place, which makes them exceptionally easy to dodge. Alright, game. They were gonna give me a real, like, Ganon, Phantom Ganon fight again, but alright. No, one was enough. Light arrow. Alright. These are arrows that instantly delete any enemy. Alright, so hedge your bets. Will Zelda shoot me with the light arrow? We'll get my free health. Oh, and then it eats the sword. Rude. Alright, and then I believe the climb here, we do have to kill everything on the way. Which I was so tired, I was just moving through here and trying to get everything done, and I was trying to just kind of go up and get to the boss, and then nope. You have to do all of the murder all the way up here. That distinct detail sits in my brain. Yeah, you were doing so good, game. Yeah, sorry, the great jumps flash is faster than spin kick. Sorry, bud. I will bring your sword with me, though. I think we can do something funny with it. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. How did you drop yours? I was about to say, did you die from that? That would have been very funny if it did. Alright. I'm mostly saving my stuff just in case anymore. Do you need the lightning arrows? It is to come. Alright. Uh, I think that's what I need. Do you need 99 bombs? Maybe. Hey, Zelda, taking a nap. You sleep still. Wait. Not be so hasty, boy. See this girl's dreams. Oceans, oceans, oceans. Oceans as far as the eye can see. They're vast seas, none can swim across them, yet they yield no fish to catch. Did the king of Hyrule say? The gods sealed Hyrule away. And they left behind people who would one day awaken Hyrule. How ridiculous. So many pathetic creatures scattered across the handful of islands, drifting in the sea, fallen leaves on the forgotten pool. What can they possibly hope to achieve? Don't you see, all of you? Your gods destroyed you. They've been waiting for you, boy. One like you, yes, for the hero. Do not betray my expectations. Puppet cannon. Now. Yeah, weren't expecting the boomerang to be used here, huh? Alright. Nope. He's turned into his spider. So basically the goal is to play Bullet here. You can technically snipe them while he's up there. There we go. Alright, go right there. Yeah, make that across. Ugh. You said ball snake, right? I didn't even think to make the spider pig joke. Ganondorm. Bold Ganon. Shit. Shit. That should do it. No more puppet left. Any string. We have slain the ball snake. Yes, surely you are the hero of time reborn. You have slain the marionette that I keep in my bedroom. Your time has come. Come now, stand before me. You need him to clip through the platform, too. It's the pig. I've been re-listening to some of the Worst of All Possible Worlds, and yeah, that coming up as a recurring bit has been pretty good. Yeah. Fun fact, Josh Borman, he's Future Worm in the D17 server. So I somehow played Jackbox with him at least once. I still need to get around to Bloodborne at some point, which means hooking up the PS4. Yeah, it's one of those small world ones. It's kind of like, did you know that the guy that made the Impossible quiz is also in that, group of people as well? So yeah, it's kind of one of those weird ones. Yeah, Sup actually had made a joke about it, because, you remember that, More Like Your Post, the MLYP video he did on, the rep line? He did the, he did a podcast episode on the rep line. Actually, I think you shared it even. And... well, in that episode, he invokes Sup Super. By name. So Sup Post in the D17 was like, okay, which one of you fuckers is this? So, yeah, that turned into a small, outing, event. Yeah, sometimes the internet is a small place. But yeah, I enjoy the Worst of All Possible Worlds guys. They are very good. I can't recommend them enough. And yeah, on podcasts, November Kelly is also making the rounds again because another Trump assassination. I should say. Anyway, slips of concerns of desire and actual fate. But yeah, November's on that. Each time that happens, it becomes increasingly correct. November becomes increasingly correct. The country lay within a vast desert. That's the face you want to make here? Alright, bud. When the sun rose into the sky, a burning wind punished my land, searing the world. When the moon climbed into the dark night, a frigid gale pierced our homes. No matter when it came, the wind carried the same thing, death. But the winds that blew across the green fields of Hyrule brought something other than suffering and ruin. I coveted that wind, I suppose. It can only be called fate. That here, I would again gather the three with the crests. And I should lay my hand on that which grants the wishes of the beholder. That, when power, wisdom, and courage come together, the gods would have no choice but to come down. The power of the gods, the Triforce. He who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. Already, the crest of wisdom is mine. All that remains... that could have been problems. Oh no, he's punching the small child. Do not fear, I will not kill you. I merely have the need of the power that dwells within you. Now, let us put an end to that which binds us together. Okay, it's here now. Gods, hear that which I desire. Expose this land to the rays of the sun once more. Let them burn forth. Give Hyrule to me. He who touches it will have whatever his desire is granted. That is what you said, is it not, Ganondorf? Oh. Okay, just kind of cheated here a little bit, huh? Gods of Triforce, hear that which I desire. Hope. I desire hope for these children. Give them a future. Wash away this ancient land of Hyrule. Let a ray of hope shine on the future of the world. Let our destinies finally be fulfilled, Ganondorf, and you drown with Hyrule. Good laugh. This is foolishness. A future for you. You laughing at Ganondorf? You're insane. Sorry, I overslept. I think it's time for us to say goodbye to this place. Back to our ocean. Very well then. Allow me to show you. Your future. Yes, allow me to show you just what hope you have. See how much your precious Triforce is worth. Alright. I use this bow to cover you. Attack him best you can. Alright, yeah, don't hit me with it this time, please and thank you. Oop. He does the low blow. You can just kick. He will just kick your shins. I don't remember. I can. What? Okay. Alright. Learning. Like the back fair, is that good? You have to distract him. Alright, or use your shield. Okay. Down. Trying to distract him. There we go. You can't even distract him with a fishing rod in this one. You actually have to duel him. Wind. It is blowing. Kinda blobby as a rock, but alright. I've lived regretting the past, and I have faced those regrets. Only I could do these things over again. The day of my life is gone by without my thoughts turning to my kingdom of old. I have lived bound to Hyrule. In that sense, I was the same as Ganondorf. But you... I want you to live for the future. There may be nothing left for you, but despite that, you must look forward and walk the path of hope, trusting that it will sustain you when darkness comes. Farewell. The only world that your ancestors were able to leave you. Please forgive us. Wait, you could come with us. Of course. We have a ship. And we can find it. We'll find it. The land will be the next Hyrule. So... child, that land will not be Hyrule. Be your land. I'd make somewhere else. Anyway, Hyrule's just gonna end up being a place again. It's fine. Conveniently, we have bubble armor. That's good. He's a boat. He doesn't need to breathe. I have scattered the seeds of the future. Oh, she got turned back into Tetra. Well, all the way up. Oh, hey. Dude, keep us from drowning? That'd be nice. Immediately pirate music. Look, Elle's got a new outfit. Oh hey, Medley and Makar got other holes in the ground. Congrats, guys. You did it. Conveniently somewhere between Link dropping the Master Sword into Ganondorf's head and also... Yeah, between him doing that and getting up to the surface, they managed to go and collect Medley and Makar. It's fine. I mean, technically their job was done in that instant, but how we got there back and forth without the magic of the wind, I don't fucking know, but hey, it's fine. Not gonna worry about it. Anyway. Silly things to worry about aside. Yeah, Wind Waker. Yeah, I think this is the formative Zelda for me. Like, it's just, all the characters are fun, the visual designs, just, again, like, I think the operative word for a lot of this game is just fun. And I think because of that, it sticks with me a lot more than, like, Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess or any of that. I wanted to shit on a lot because it wasn't doing realism, which is a thing I never understood. I didn't understand at the time, and I understand now, at least to a degree, that I know that they were doing, like, the realism video game, which is why we ended up with Twilight Princess, and the way it was. But, like, come on, it's just fun. The design is fun. I am going to infinitely remember more of what Wind Waker has to offer than I am ever in anything in Twilight Princess. Like, Twilight Princess, the things that you remember in Twilight Princess are because they are, like, Wind Waker tiers of even wackiness. Like, the baby. Like, you're gonna remember Mallow. You're gonna remember the weird Goron shapes. You're gonna remember the Yeti whose eyeballs are exploding out of his head. Like, it's... You remember that stuff, but you don't remember any of the goddamn characters. like who of the Imperial Force do you remember? Which of the Band of the Resistance do you remember? Is it the lady in the armor? Is it the glasses guy? Does invoking them, like, remember things in you? And it's like, any of these characters, if you somehow actually learned what their name was, you'd probably remember them? Like, that's the thing. But hey, I may be biased. I continue to be the person that will harp on the drum of style. Always do style first. Fuck realism, give me style. Always. So, you know, that's how that is. But yeah, no, I think Wind Waker landed for me because that was the first game. We got this and Metroid Prime as the first GameCube games with the Cube, and then I got Network Transmission for my birthday. So, look, I only had so many selections of fun games. Games that were actually fun. On that front. At least for a while. But yeah, no, this game ended up being the formative one. And yeah, I think it still holds up a lot. The game definitely has a few weak points and some jank, but you know what? Well, one of these doesn't. Perfectly honest. I've definitely had an interesting realization lately that I think that, like, in the same sense of like, the way I'm concerned that, like, the director for Monster Hunter thinks that the reason Monster Hunter Wilds sold well was because it had a story. Like, that's a real self-own right there, and Zelda has been shifting into all of the, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and they plan on doing more of those. And because the Eiji Aonuma doesn't understand why anybody wants a carefully crafted experience out of a game. And yeah, this is carefully crafted vignettes and spots that do something interesting with a lot of character. And the thing that I always valued about Zelda the most. Everybody's gonna cry. We're leaving again. Also, Arrow got a pirate costume. It's great. It's delightful. You only see it like twice, and it's still good. Anchors away. Hold the tiller steady. Is there for a destination? Who knows where? The wind will guide us. I have the fast sails. That's just going to be in a straight line. The end. But yeah, I get the feeling that Zelda is going to just become not for me, not the games that we already have, but just the ones coming. Yep. Because, yeah, I want to say for all of the things that I don't like about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I do think that they're good video game. They just aren't for me. They do so much wrong that I can't... I still haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I got it, like, when it, like, felt like 2 months after it came out or whatever, 2 or 3 months. And I still haven't actually beaten it. Like, there was just, like, I don't know, I just kind of got tired of it. And, yeah, the distinct thing that it's missing is this. The fun of a carefully made thing. I guess I don't really have a much better way to put it. Anyway. So, yeah. Me and my terrible opinions on the Zelda aside. Yeah. Wind Waker good. Wind Waker HD is also good, as we might have noticed. There's some good quality of life stuff in here. It streamlines some of the nonsense. Gives you better wallet economy, so it almost never becomes a problem. And yeah. Direction rather than building the most efficient flying machine known to Elf, yeah. Like, I don't mind making my own fun. I mind, but I wouldn't be as harsh to Breath of the Wild if I didn't have to deal with weapon durability. Like, I've played it with cheats on before, and it is substantively less painful to my brain to play that way, which says a lot. In both directions, I think. But also, the dungeons suck in both games. out of the 7 of 8 dungeons I've done in this, and in those two, yeah, I'm not a fan. Like, even as rudimentary as they are in this, or even Ocarina of Time, they just feel better. The boss fights are cool. Yeah, I will give that. Well, okay, so the Colgera is cool, but it's not fun to do. I'm glad that we brought back giant flying bug worm creature. Big fan, thumbs up. The theme rocks. But like, just having to constantly do the you gotta pull up the glider and hope that your arrow flies far enough in the right direction because you brought the right bow. Oh god, that fight is frustrating. It's cool. I love the aesthetics and the music. As someone who just gushed about Wind Waker, full respect to bringing back the Mulgara theme and remixing that into something different. Full props. Sucks to fight though. The fire guy was neat. I haven't done the actual water boss, so I can't comment on that one. But I know the wind one was alright too. Like, yeah, they did the bosses alright. Which is definitely a big step up from Breath of the Wild, which was boring on all fronts. Not one of those bosses adheres to your brain because they're all literally the same thing. Yeah. So, yeah, again, black and pink and angry. Yeah, pretty much. That's it. It's machine shape. It's basically what if Midna's helmet was like 2010s gray and brown with black and pink ooze in between it. Copy and paste that 4 times. The only interesting one is the one that is in the water. You have to fight standing on the water. Okay. Congrats. Cause like, yeah, that's the thing that sits in my brain. Those are the points in the game that are supposed to be the highlight, the things that you remember and stick to you. You know, the hearty dumpling that you eat and sticks to your ribs. That's the part you remember. And I'm not good at remembering all of the little file details, as this may have proven. The fact that I don't really get into speedrunning because I can't remember minutia in a coherent sense, because that's just not the way my brain works. But I remember set pieces, the moments, the stuff that sticks to you, and I don't like any of that in Breath of the Wild. In Tears of the Kingdom, at least there are some spots in there that I do remember. But in general, it's just trash collector. The only thing I remember distinctly about Breath of the Wild in a grand sense that I enjoyed, and only because it was just circumstantially funny, was that I got to the final boss and the game had to give me a horse because I didn't have a horse registered, because I hate using horses. I had found every horse interaction in the game was insufferable and gave it up because you can't pick up items while on the horse. Which, for a game that's basically a trash collecting simulator, I hated that. So I never got a horse. I never once bothered to get a horse. So the game had to hand me one to do the final boss sequence. So yeah, it's like that. I think that says a lot, again, in both directions about me and the game. Because I am the person that will go like, hey, you should use all your tools. I am the person that will constantly say that. Because I think that's important, and I'm also inherently bad at it, so I think I should say it so it helps. Also, you know, SMT, etc., etc. But, like, I just refused. And then the game was like, no, you need a horse to do this. And I was like, oh, okay. The game was like, oh, hey, do you want to transfer your data? This'll carry your horses over. And I was like, is that like all it does? Yeah, pretty much. Like, okay, I'm not, what's the point of even bothering that? I don't have any horses to transfer. Alright. Anyway, I think that's enough about Zelda for the moment. So we do have a second half of the stream that I did have planned. I figured this was probably going to be about 2-ish hours, so we'd have enough time to do it. So we're going to. So just give me a quick second to close this out. And then I need to do a quick moment of prep. Is this not going to close properly? Why are you not closing? Please close the program. Thank you. Okay. How melty is OBS here? Alright, so this is a thing I've been actually wanting to stream for a very long time. But it wasn't really on the availability because, well, I didn't really have the ability to do so in a sane manner.